It's not so much 5 things we learned in the win against Aston Villa. It's more 5 things to be positive about. It's just made a good title for the video. I might actually just change the title of the video. It's probably the easier thing to do. Anyway, the last time I did a video like this was when we got beat by Tottenham post-lockdown, I think. I might have done another one since. I'm not sure. It's basically to try and inject a little bit of positivity. Because when we do the review, myself and Gonzo did the review after Aston Villa and Fulham and Sheffield United. We've won all 3. But we sit here thinking, we've been a bit lucky. Not that many players have played that well. And it feels quite negative after a win. But it's our honest opinions. And that's what you get. However, we're discussing the 90 minutes only. What we are not discussing is the bigger picture. Otherwise, we'd be chatting for hours. We chat long enough without talking about things on a grand scale. So this video is to try and talk about how that match relates to things on a wider scale. Hopefully that makes sense. Anyway, the first thing is the way we win. It's as simple as that. It's nothing that hasn't been covered already. But it's impressive. It is impressive. The way we are organised, the way we work hard, the sort of the knit and grit about us, that not time waste. There's a little bit of the dark arts to us. Not the diving that Aston Villa had, but the tactical fouling, the just Balbuena's just blast the ball away, defensive style and stuff. It's quite enjoyable. Now there is a caveat to that, which is I'm on my couch. Would I enjoy it as much travelling to London and watching the ground with the money I've paid for the season ticket and travelling home again? Possibly not. We would have won, but it would have been a tough watch, if you know what I mean. But while I'm on my sofa and in warmth, I'm enjoying it. Teams don't like playing us. We're really organised. We're hard to break down. We're probably one of the teams in the league that when you go 1-0 down against, you think, oh, here we go. They're just going to sit back. 2 banks of, a bank of 5 and a bank of 4. We're not going to do much here. And they're right. You aren't going to do much here. We are not a nice team to play against. And we're winning games now that we would have lost last season. And when I say last season, I include David Moyes' tenure, not post-lockdown, but that spell between taking over from Pellegrini and coming back after the lockdown, so November till March time or whatever. In there, we were losing games like we've just won the last few weeks. Brighton, we were 2-0 up against Brighton and lost 3-2. That kind of attitude, that kind of lack of discipline, if you like, that's gone now. Post-lockdown, we saw it in glimpses, I think. I think we are even better now than we were post-lockdown, by the way. We score fewer goals, probably, on average per game. But the circumstances have changed. We're no longer fighting relegation. We're no longer playing a really crap Norwich and a really crap Watford. We've played the team that's currently top of the Premier League. We've played Leicester, who are currently, I think, occupying the top 4 spaces. We're playing good teams at the minute, and we're getting good points. We're then going to games that would have been a banana slip for West Ham the previous years, and getting 3 points by hook or crook, we are getting them, and it's impressive. This is the first season. We're now 5th in the league, and I'm going to use the word European football, and I know people go, whoa, it's too early for that. Well, maybe it is, but it's a quarter of the season in. And just because we don't achieve European football doesn't mean the season's not a failure. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying here is there's an opportunity to go and try and get it and show a little bit of ambition. And there's nothing wrong with that, because if you don't have hope as a football fan, then what's the point in a way? You've got to have, it's the hope that kills you in the end, but it's the hope that gets you excited for the weekend. The emotion, what you pay for in football with time and energy and money, is the draw of the emotion, I think, anyway. And part of that is hope. And this season is the first season since Slaven Bilic at Upton Park that actually I'm looking at it thinking this could be a good year. We could look at the FA Cup as well and think we could have a pop at this. It's the first time. And I like it. I really like it. It's good. I'm not going to talk about David Moyes too much in this. I might do a Moyes video later on or next week maybe, because some people in the review said, are you now Moyes in, Gio? And it's a very difficult thing to explain. Am I Moyes in? I don't really know what Moyes in means. There's too much stigma attached to it. There's too much sort of contradictions, if you want. So I'm going to separate that. However, I'm going to praise him a lot for this bit, and that's his substitutions at half time. I am a big critic of him for his lack of substitutions and sometimes his lack of change of style. Too often in the past I felt like he did subs, but we kept the same system, and it wasn't actually the players that were failing. It was the system. I thought the players were all working hard, giving 100%. But the way we were playing wasn't quite working, and we would take players off and put players on, and not change anything, and nothing would change, unsurprisingly. But I was very impressed on Monday, and I was very impressed before we even kicked the second half off, that he had taken off Antonio Masuaku, regardless of Antonio being broken. He's made 2 substitutions. He's made an attacking intent substitutions as well, while the game was 1-1, and he switched formation up. I was pleased, and this was prior to us going on. I thought, here we go. Thank you, Davy Moyes. Here we go. And it worked. It worked brilliantly well. And you have to say that that's 2 subs and the formation change won us the game. I think that's a fair comment to make, given that Ben Rama went and got the assist. I feel good about it, because now when we play Man United, or should we have another fixture coming up that maybe we're up against in a more winnable game, Moyes might be more on the front foot to change the back four should he need to. Hopefully this encourages him to do more and more subs. I know people say, hang on, you over analyse the substitutions. I'm aware of that, but I'm going to continue to do it. So if I'm going to over analyse it and criticise him, I'm going to over analyse it and praise him for the interest of balance. But the substitution was really, really good. I was really happy, and long may it continue. I'm looking forward to some half-time subs against Man United on Saturday, Mr. Moyes. Next up, Fabianski. I was worried, now his career was over, that we need a new number 1. And to be honest with you, I still think we need a new number 1 for next season. I hope we're doing the scouting now. But I thought he was really good against Sheffield United. Against Aston Villa, he was my man of the match. Absolutely fantastic. Best game I've seen him have in a little while. And I don't just mean this season. A little while. Best game I've had. The one thing that grates on me a lot, I think... people will say Fabianski's a great shot stopper, but I don't know a goalkeeper in the Premier League that's not a great shot stopper. That is like saying a joiner is good at cutting a bit of wood. Well, I mean, surely all joiners can cut a bit of wood, right? I expect all... I know some are going to be better than others, blah, 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 but I expect them all to be great shot stoppers. What you want is you want your keeper to catch the ball at crosses, command the area, maybe be good at distribution. And I think Fabianski is a bit lacking sometimes with coming and collecting the crosses. You look at Nick Pope, I think he's one of the best, if not the best in the league. And there's worlds of difference. His distribution is not the best. We know that. But I thought against Aston Villa, I thought I've seen him come and catch a couple of crosses. Thought his distribution was quite good as well. And then we saw the great shot stopping. But that was a bit above great, wasn't it? I thought he was just brilliant. Really, really good, Fabianski. And not relieved. But there's somebody that I wanted to see have a man of match performance soon, more for my own personal cam. It was Lucas. Well done, number 1. Fabianski. The fourth one is winning without Antonio again. Now, I'm aware he played 45 minutes, but we went in with the game square and came out and went on to win the game without him. And the 2 previous to that, Sheffield United and Fulham, we won without Mikel Antonio. Now, this is a good thing, because when he got injured against Man City and went off, and then we had Liverpool next, which we obviously got beat without him. But then we come to the Sheffield United game and the Fulham games, and you thought, the Fulham one in particular, you thought, well, this is Alier's chance, but also, can we win without Antonio, I guess was the question. We'd done it. And it was almost like, oh, once is okay, can we do it again? We've done it again. Antonio comes back, and you're thinking, right, okay, here we go. And he got subbed off, Alier comes on, we go on and win the game. And that's now 3 games we've won without him out of 4. I say without him. He was on the pitch for 45 minutes, but he was broken. He barely moved, okay? So I'm going to count that victory against Villa as winning without Antonio. And it's only a positive thing. It really is. And that ties in with the performance of Sebastien Alier. I thought he was superb when he came on against Villa. I think that was his best performance this season, to be honest with you. Even though he didn't score, and he's gone and got a match winner against Sheffield United, he's scored against Wolves, he's got quite a few goals in the League Cup. I don't care. I thought that was his best performance for West Ham this season. I thought he was winning everything. I thought he was chasing a lot. That Villa defender's got absolutely battered by him. And the best bit, the bit that pleased me, I think, I mean, we even saw the skill. He was doing 1-2s down the left, and Cash took him out and got a booking for it. But we saw him We saw the technical ability the guys got, and I loved watching him play, actually. I almost didn't want the game to finish because I was enjoying watching Sebastien Aller, and this is what we thought we were buying. And the bit I liked the most was in the last minute, like 93rd minute or something, there was maybe a 60-40 in Tyrone Mings' favour for a header on the halfway line. Aller went up and won it, and now he got absolutely flattened, and it was the only way he was going to win the ball, was he's going to get an absolute whack at the same time, but he did it. And the ball never went anywhere, it went about 3 yards away, and that was the only place he could put it. But it just bought us 2 or 3 seconds, allowed the defence to take an extra stride up, maybe allowed Declan Rice to get an extra half a yard closer to Jack Grealish or something. And I thought, there we go, that's the attitude. That's what I saw in Sebastien Aller against Villa, attitude. It was brilliant. He's got to start against Manchester United, in my opinion. That performance from Sebastien Aller, what we want to see. And the last thing, I'm going back to the European football thing a little bit. We're now fifth in the Premier League. I was worried we'd be... To be fair, when we did the season predictions, I didn't think we'd get relegated. I thought we'd have a comfortable season, but lingering between 8th and 13th, somewhere, not say 8th, and between 9th and 14th, in there, I thought we'd be in that group of teams. And we can still finish there, okay? We probably will still finish there. But I do think we've got a little bit of a glow about us at the minute. We've got this confidence. We are 1 or 2 injuries away, but do you know something? So is every other team. We've got a little bit of luck on our side at the moment. We've not really had too much COVID. Yarmolenko, of course, but apart from him, we've not had any other player go down with it. You look at Newcastle, where they were missing 3 or 4 players in their last game. They've obviously had their game postponed for Friday because there's that many cases, but we've got a little bit of luck so far, and long may it continue, because too often we've not had luck, have we? And this is us now 5th, and I do believe that you're looking at the league table this season, and it's got that feel of 15-16 to it for me, but it's also got that feel of, like, even last season, where Leicester broke into the top 6 and Wolves and Sheffield United just missed out and possibly should have done it. They'd be a bit disappointed than ever. But you look at Arsenal at the moment, they're just awful, really awful. Wolves are now going to, bless him, Raul Jimenez has got a horrific injury, but that's going to impact Wolves now. Leicester have just got beat by Fulham, a game which we won. Granted, we had to grind out, and a little bit of lady luck was on our side. We got the 3 points, Leicester didn't. We've got something about us this season that says, don't write us off. And when it comes to European football, I'm going to hope, that's, like I said, it's a bit of hope that actually we can keep grinding wings out and stuff. Do I think we will do it? No, I don't. Like, if I had to predict something, I don't know, 9th, I'd predict we're going to finish 9th in the season right now. But while I can close my eyes and dream, I shall. Because I'm enjoying it. I'm a happy hammer. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, drop a like on it. It's a bit of a random video. I just wanted to do some positivity, because when we do the reviews, like I said, I am aware, and Gonzo's aware, that when we do them, they can be perceived as quite negative. But it's just because I think sometimes the positive stuff is part of the bigger picture. So I wanted to just discuss it with you. Anyway, preview tomorrow night. Myself and Gonzo will be taking a look at the Man United game. I might do something about David Moyes' contract, or is Gio Moyes in, whatever you want to call it. I might do one of them next week. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll catch you tomorrow night.